Hi, this is another review for you from Autistic Johnny. High functioning Autistic Johnny. Today's topic is I think I got that into shot. Well, I am finally used to it, and at the same time adapting strangely, trying to counter the manipulation. But they say you can't counter a narcissist because that means you have to be worse than a narcissist. Something to think about, ponder over in my mind all the time. But it's not that I'm used to it, because it's a weird dynamic when I'm usually people I would have left a year ago if I didn't have this medical problem, but it's taking a little longer to understand. I now do understand what's happening, but when my dad's using it for his own needs against me and gaslighting me for it and everything else, and you can't move out as quick, but that's getting used to it. But you never get used to it because you don't want it to happen in the first place. At the same time as empaths, when we find out, some of us find out, unfortunately. And I guess some of us are codependent and we just latch on to them, which I'm not. I'm totally the opposite of that, and I will be once I go no contact, like we're supposed to do as empaths. But it's a real shame. On top of that, trying to get prioritize future-wise how to live decently. So I found some decent places I could rent, and prioritizing. I could pay the first year's rent and then save up for the next year's rent within that year or a year and a half. That's prioritizing. And even though I won't have a job quite yet, see if I get better away, and I probably won't get entirely better because my doctor says my medical problem is now for life. But still need to find a way to live, and this is the best way I've found out how to live. It should, and I should. My life should get better, because then I won't be living with a narcissist who, brings me down every week in certain ways just to get his emotional supply. I won't have to fear what I buy and how he thinks of what I buy. And this is my dad I'm talking about. And then him ridiculing me, saying, oh, it's okay for me to buy a £350, which is worth about £700 brand new alien collectible head like this one from the movie. It's a collectible edition. But it's okay for my brother to go ahead and buy a 40,000k fucking Convine Harvester antique, and he thinks that's okay. There's a bit of a screw loose with my dad somewhere, Such a dumbass. telling me what he thinks how I should spend my money and live my life when I'm doing better than he is. Even had to borrow 10k from my granddad to pay the rent last year, and he didn't know I knew, but and then he told me at the end of last year, would be 10 grand shorter, so it would be harder for us next year, he said. But I knew where that 10 grand was coming from. It wasn't him that earned it. Trying to guilt me into it, that's what it was, a guilt trip. Andy's trying to get into, I think he was saying that he was getting 12 grand next year. Somehow, from somewhere. Don't know where, how or where. But he's delusional since the 90s that he wants to save up and buy his own farmhouse. Out in the country. But I'll be long gone before that happens. It's sad, but it's true. Yep, after 2 years of dealing with this and him taking advantage of me, yep, I can finally say I'm used to it. But then I have adapted and managed to keep his stupidity, narcissistic tendencies. He sort of diverted it to Daniel, to my brother, he's making the because I'm becoming more and more to the family, more and more the scapegoat. No, my brother's the one with the mask child. Yeah. I've got another video on this somewhere else. Yeah, everyone's telling me that I will feel better once I leave, and I'm pretty sure, because when I lived on my own before, I had to come back from uni. I was better minded, more intuitive, intuitive of other people, happier, in a better place, better people. The only problem was just before I went home, the accident, which seems deliberate, almost like my dad wished for it, and now my dad's thing has come true because that helped him in his narcissistic way, which is weird. It feels like that, but I think it's just a coincidence. But you never know. Seeing him praying at night, praying that I won't leave, and he probably prayed for me to have the accident. It probably came true. Oh well. Yeah, it certainly get worse with age. I think I'm better off alone than I am with other people, because then I could just focus on my work for a while, and I can make new friends easier, in a way. Yeah. I've got a lot to do. just wish my medical problem would be fixed, but apparently got it for life, and that's just gonna slow me down in some places, make things harder, making my life harder for the last 2 years. But at the same time, it's gone. It was worse for the first 6 to 8 months, and then it leveled out for the last year and a half after that. So now, but it's still pretty bad. Right.